Welcome back, everybody. George Smith Cars, and this is the 4th of July. And so, to all my American friends and subscribers, and most of them are, Happy 4th of July! Well, this has been a short week for me because July 1st was Canada Day, and I took Monday off, so it was a nice 4-day long weekend for me. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it still seemed like a long week, and I'm so happy to get the weekend off. All right, I usually plan out a video and gather things together to try to make a cool video, but when I started my channel, I thought, oh, maybe I could show some cars. I didn't think anybody would really want to watch, and then once I realized, oh, I've got some cool stuff and people liked, I thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna come out with this great big YouTube channel and be very popular. But no, the reality is, no matter how cool stuff you got, well, I mean, there's a lot of people out there making YouTube channels, and so I just thought, well, I'm going to show the diecasts I've collected. There's an airplane flying overhead, part of a flying school. Okay, well, I've been doing this for over 5 years now, and well, hey, unless you got some really cool content and lots of money to spend on production and all that, well, the average person, you're not gonna, make a YouTube channel that makes a lot of money and lots of views and all that. But what I come to realize is just it's all about sharing the love of the diecast I've collected. And as you can see in front of you, well, this is the new for 57th anniversary of Hot Wheels. And well, I was looking for this one for a long time. And so if you look at the package, here it is here. And there you go, and Volkswagen Baja Bug. And this is number 1 of 6. Okay, well, on the back of the package, okay, there are the vehicles that were available. Now, you got D-Muscle and Muscle and Blown, or fantasy castings, along with Baja Bison T5, which is the chase piece, but I'm not really crazy about the casting. And Muscle and Blown is actually a very cool casting. For a fantasy vehicle, it's actually really nice. And D-Muscle, okay, well, okay, whatever. But here we have the Volkswagen Baja Bug that I absolutely love, and I do have the 55 Corvette, and I found one of those. But just for this video, I want to show you the Baja Bug because it's absolutely cool. That's the package there, and nice. I love that. And now, as you can see, it's got a very cool chrome chassis, chrome wheels. Well, the rims. And yeah. Now, nothing for the headlights or taillights, but you got the side graphics. And of course, the roof, well, the cargo is part of the window unit. But this was out for a while, and I could not find this Baja Bug, and I finally found 2, so I'm so happy about that. Well, let's look at something else. This is a cool new Magic 8-Ball casting, and it's done in a hot rod style, and it's actually kind of modeled after the Beatnik Bandit, one of the original Hot Wheels. And I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. Decidedly go. And here it is here. So whenever they do a hot rod style fantasy vehicle, it's usually pretty cool. Now, one cool feature about this is, well, as you can see on the back of the package, you turn it upside down, shake it, and then you get an answer to your question. All right, an actual 8-ball, Magic 8-Ball, it's filled with water, so when you shake it and turn it upside down, it will float to the top, to the lens, and you can see what it says. But okay, well, let's just shake it up. Will this be a cool casting for everybody to love? Well, let's see what. Reply hazy. Okay, okay. Well, okay. Now, is this a cool casting that maybe might be popular? Oh, let's see. Yes, but reply hazy. Okay, okay. That's the problem is, you shake it up and, okay, so that's kind of goofy. So anyways, is this going to be a good video everybody's going to love? Oh, well, you got to turn around and most likely, is that what that says? Okay, well, this is, okay. Magic 8 Ball. Well, we'll have to ask the actual Magic 8 Ball, but otherwise, this is pretty cool. Oop. So let's move on to another one. All right, here's a new mainline Hot Wheels edition and part of the Muscle Mania 3 of 10. The very cool 67 Mustang. Now, this is a beautiful casting. Now, it's got a black plastic chassis, which has the rear bumper valance, well, front, what is it, grill? And anyways, let's have a look at the actual vehicle. Okay, now this particular one, we'll have a closer look. This is actually a very nice casting. And now you might notice something about like the rear wheel and the front wheel. And if we go around the other side, well, I used a silver Sharpie and colored in the wheels. Now on the actual casting you get, it has gray painted wheels with a white stripe on the side and no other tampos. Well, it actually has a flat black hood. I'll have to show you on the actual casting. So if you notice, it has this, well, it almost looks like a carbon fiber hood. And, well, there's the wheels. I used a silver Sharpie. Now here is the actual wheel in gray. And there's the Sharpie wheel I did. All right, so the sun just came out as it's setting. Well, so what you do is just take a silver Sharpie, and I'll try to do this on camera. This will be tricky, but, oh, well, I can just do it. I can look at it. So what you do is just take a silver Sharpie and just start coloring the rim. And I think we can see that here. So just do it lightly. All right. Okay, well, I just did the outer rim there. Now, when you just do it off camera, it works out a lot better. Anyway, so that's what I thought I'd show you about just customizing your Hot Wheels very simply. All right, so off camera, I did the spokes, but there's like, it looks like a brake drum there. And I didn't do that here, but just put the Sharpie in between the spokes on the center, and you can make that brake drum detail because, well, by 67, these didn't have drum brakes on the front, or disc brakes. But anyways, I thought that's pretty cool. And so you can easily improve your Hot Wheels wheels if they're non-painted, whatnot. Just a little silver Sharpie makes a big difference. Now this casting, I thought, I've seen this before. Where was it from? Now there's R7520 Mattel, and it doesn't say Mustang or nothing on the bottom or when it was made, but the casting is. Got to change the camera angle because the sun is shining right on it. It's from this Fast and Furious 5-pack, and here we have the Mustang right here. And now this has the chrome chassis, whereas the mainline version Hang on. All right, the mainline version has a black plastic chassis, no chrome. But let's look at the Fast and Furious version loose. All right, I never anticipated the sun coming out just at this time in the evening. And, well, it's, I don't know what time it is, probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock maybe. But this is the exact same casting. And now they did put the stripe on the rocker panel. This one has the Hot Wheel logos on the rear quarter panel. And, well, very cool. Now you got the two stripes on the Fast and Furious version, and it's a metallic green. And now in the movie, it was Too Fast, Too Furious. They put I think a 2JZ, or it was a straight six motor from Japanese cars anyways. But, of course, it shows a normal V8 with dual exhaust, because well, Hot Wheels knew that they would have to reissue this casting again. So anyways, that's very cool. This is a great Mustang casting. And anyways, let's look at something else. All right, here we have a Matchbox Moving Parts, and this is one casting that I saw online that I knew I wanted to get. And it's, of course, the Harry Potter series. And this is really cool. I want the 62 Ford Anglia. And now, I'm not really a Harry Potter fan. Well, actually, I've never actually watched Harry Potter. And I know it's a very cool series of films, but if you love cars and you love old English cars, this is a very cool casting to get. And now, when I was younger, living in Ontario, Canada, yeah, I saw a lot of older European cars, and I thought those were really cool. And, well, I was really happy to get this one. Now I have a second one that I found that I will take out of the package. And here we have, well, Matchbox has this compostable packaging, and they have no plastic for the blister, which, well, is nice, but some people just rip out the car in the store and take it, and, well, that's a shame. But so here we have the car, Matchbox Moving Parts. And now these are more expensive than the mainline, but not as expensive as the Matchbox Collectors. So at Walmart, they're $4.47. And very nice. I love it. So taillight details, license plate. Now they don't have a chrome chassis, which would give you the chrome bumpers. But this is very cool. Absolutely love it. And, well, a closer look here. Oh, there's the chassis. So, copyright 2023. Now, this has been out for a while, and it was a long time before Walmart got them in, and I finally got the car that I absolutely love. Hot Wheels came out with one of these Anglias. Oh, I'm trying to open the door. It's really stiff. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Hang on. All right, now Hot Wheels does have one of these, and it's a lowered version, and it came out a long time ago. And anyways, so this is really cool, and the trunk opens up. Very nice. So let's have a little closer look at it on the turntable. That is really cool. I love it. And now I do have a Jada Toys version in 1/24 scale. Here it is here, but they're calling it the 59 Ford Anglia, which, well, I don't know. It's okay. 59 was the first year for the Anglia, but the Harry Potter is actually a 62, but it doesn't matter. I think that's really cool. So I love this one. Let me know if you want to see this one loose. But anyways, I thought that was really cool, finding this one first and then finally getting this one. So how awesome is that? All right, well, we have Dollar Tree in Canada, and I went in today, and well, they usually put out older stuff, nothing really new, but I found this very cool then and now charger, 69 Dodge Charger. Now I went in maybe a week ago and they had this one, but the tempo wasn't the best on it, you know, and I'm not going to buy it if the tempo's messed up, and not necessarily a error, which they might have tempo just missing altogether. But if the tempo is kind of messed up or whatnot, then I won't buy it. But I saw this one, I thought, okay, well, that's really nice. And then luckily they had the second version, Now and Then, number 7 of 10, and here we go here. So that is really nice. Now, as you can see on the front there, well, this is how picky I get, right? So the other one I found, the front of the stripes were all messed up, and so I didn't want to buy it. This one's not the best, but overall, I thought very cool finding both of these then and now at the same time. So that's really cool. So let's have let's go back a little bit. So that's really neat. Now this one came out probably a year ago, maybe, I'm guessing. But anyways, I love finding the two versions of then and now. Well, finally, a while back, I showed you some of the Hot Wheels pullback speeders. And this is the coolest one of all, I think. And of course, when you roll it back and forth, the engine shakes. And it's a very cool casting. And well, I have one loose here. Now, this is really cool. So as you can see, the engine rolls back and forth, and that's kind of cool. Okay, the other ones have rolling features, but I thought, how cool is that? And well, actually, whoa, it just about rolled off. Oh, God. Now, will it roll again? Now, okay. Pull back. Okay, it's working. Okay, let's center it up here. So that's really cool. So if you're not into pullbacks, well, I think the Bone Shaker is the coolest one to get. Now I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. They came out with this one, and then I went into Dollarama, and this is going back a few months, and I saw, what? Wait a minute. There's another Bone Shaker pullback. All right, so this one you see in front of you, well, if you look at the back of the package, it's copyright 2023. And okay, it's a typical Hot Wheels packaging. And the information on the back, nice pictures on it. And, well, empowering the next generation through play. And those are the cars that you got with this set. Anyway, so like I said, I went into Dollarama, and they had this other one, Bone Shaker, that was the first time I thought, well, before this one came out. Here we have copyright 2022, and just basic information on the bottom. Look at the back. Okay, empowering the nation or the next generation through play. And so this is Hot Wheels, definitely. Well, it's made in China. Oh. Okay, well, this one is made in China. Okay, well, there we go. And it's the Bone Shaker, but it's not the Bone Shaker that you see here. This one is actually a little simpler. It has opening doors, and then non-chrome engine exhaust. It's got red plastic wheels. Now, they had a green and red version of it, but it had the silver plastic wheels. It's got rubber tires, but I thought, what? This is $5 at Dollarama. And, well, 2022. Okay, well, let's hang on. Well, this must have been a trial run to see how well these, pullbacks would do. Or maybe this was another market, and Dollarama just found these and brought them in. So let's open this up. And so we'll have to cut the tape here. And then let's back out a bit so I can have some room to show this. So this first time I bought this, I seen this in Dollarama. I thought, no, I'm not going to buy it. $5. And these are like, these are $10 to $12, depending on where you find them. Okay, so, wow, look at that. They're screwed on the bottom there. And they do have the rubber-like tires that these ones have. So anyways, I gotta take that off. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so the new one just has this twist tab that you can easily pull the vehicle off, whereas the other one you have to unscrew it. And so anyways, the new one is absolutely cool. And then here we have the 2022 casting. Well, 2022 copyright 2023. And okay, well, obviously the first Bone Shaker was a trial run to see if pullback racers would be popular. And I never seen them in any other store than Dollarama. And well, I wasn't going to buy this because it looks kind of cheaper. But overall, I think the casting is very similar, so they obviously modified it. And, well, I thought that was pretty cool. So, now that one came in two other colors, a green and a red, but they came with silver plastic wheels and base. And I thought that didn't look so good, but I thought red, well, red for a hot rod, that's really cool. Now the stacks don't stick up as much on this one. And, well, this is very cool. The new one, because they use actual mainline wheels in larger scale. And, well, the Dollarama issued ones were all the same wheels. Now these are rubber-like tires, just like the other one. So anyways, I thought that's pretty cool. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you very much for watching. And like I said, to my American friends, happy 4th of July. And I hope everybody else has a great weekend. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.